Good morning, it's the 8th of March, 9:45 a.m. We've got news at 10. Fed Chair Powell is testifying, and we've got NFP on Friday. So Friday we've got huge news coming up. Just to look at where we're at on the S&P 500, we're still in this downtrend. Okay, looking closely here, we have this huge imbalance candle filling the previous bullish imbalance candle and push back down through 4,000. So exactly what we had predicted was this push back up to 4,100, and then now we're coming to the downside, and I suspect we're going to have a leg down to 3,900 at least over the next week or two. If we look at the Dow Jones Index, again, sell off here at 33,550, so 33,500 was the supply zone, and that was demand becomes supply, and this is the kind of action I'm looking at. So it might sit around here for a little bit and then continue to push down. It depends on how strong this move to the downside is, but we are in a selling environment right now, and you can see that we're starting to get this kind of trajectory occur here on a daily candle. If we were to pull in a daily candle like this, that's kind of the action that we're looking at the moment. So we've moved up here, and we're probably going to come back down to this area like this, that kind of action. So that's what we're looking at on the Dow Jones Index. If we go to the 4 hour, okay, that was daily previously. If we look at the 4 hour, we can see here that we are, even right now, it's pulled back very, very mildly and create a supply zone here at the moment. So very strong waterfall decline, okay, and that's indicative of action, of downside action. Okay, so the pressure is the flow is to the downside, and we sort of buy it back up as a pullback. What I mean by high time frame pullback is it comes down, pulls back to the upside, and then continues its leg down to the downside to hit demand to 32,000. So first demands are to pierce, which will be very, very significant for us here in terms of this longer term price action. We can see here on the 20th of December we had 32,500 was sort of the floor that was put in, and then it's been holding above that for the past 2.5 nearly 2.5 months, and then we've revisited that level here on the 20th of February, and now if we pierce that, it's very powerful for our thesis that we're going to have a continuation of the downside movement of the S&P 500 and Dow Jones Index for the coming few weeks, maybe a month. We don't know. We don't know if we are just pulling again. You can look at this as a higher daily pullback, so you could pull back to here and then kick back to the upside. But for what we're worried about right now, we're in a selling environment, so we need to be careful of buying, okay, and just realize that if we buy, price could run away from us, okay, so just be more skewed to the selling. Obviously, I'm going to get down to the 1 minute time frame and show you how to manage that mentally. 1 hour time frame, you can see here this push to the upside, topping action, and then collapse, very strong collapse, a much stronger collapse than we had, and the uptrend was sort of like the roller coaster, goes up and then falls straight down. So this action here is what I always talk about. You can see that there's the shape here, we've got that there, okay, it's exactly the same size as well. This is the shape that we're looking for, which is indicative for downside action. We're in a downtrend at the moment. It's a very strong downtrend, so I'd be more inclined to suspect that we'd have a continuation of downtrend from the shape of this price action. So we've pushed up here, and right now it may bounce back up to this area of supply here at 33,250. However, from this price action shape here, I dare say we're going to push straight down here to 32 and pierce this area that we put in at 20th of December. So major demand here at 32,500. I'm just going to put that in here. Where are we? This is kind of the area that we're going to need to pierce first. Okay. That's the major zone here. If we pierce that, next thing we're going to target is 31 or 3,200. Sorry, 3,200 down here. Okay, NFP Friday coming out, so I dare say that we're going to get this kind of action at NFP Friday, probably down to here. I would be my prediction. I'd say maybe we push back down to here, then up before Friday, and then smash to the downside. So be careful with your buying. Okay, I'd highly probably recommend to not buy, or at least be conscious of what you're doing. And if we look at yesterday, this is 1 minute time frame. I did have a trade in here. If we look at yesterday's analysis, I had a long position in here at this level of demand. which was here on Friday. That was the next level, and I did have a little buy order in there, but look what happens. It doesn't even revisit that area, so just be careful, very, very careful. And I wouldn't be buying unless you know what you're doing and you're on the screens. Definitely not holding onto any buys. You want to get it. If you're learning this right now, just stay out. Where's our demand zone? Here is now becoming our supply zone. That's the area we want to be taking sells in. Very flat right now, okay, and also very flat after the open. So we're getting this kind of action in at the moment that we talk about. Okay, that pattern between 9:30 and 10:30. If there's no movement around the median, I'd be very inclined to see a strong secondary directional push to the downside. Any kick back up, be wary of that as well. Where's our second area of supply? Probably the safest area to sell, but kind of what I'm looking for. I wouldn't take anything here. I would not buy this. Okay, do not buy right now. This normally comes in 2s or 3s, so this is the first fall, second one, and then maybe a third one on an NFP. You get anything back up to here, go for it. That's what you want. Okay, so that is today, Wednesday, 8th of March, 9:52 a.m. We've got news in 10 minutes. Fed Chair Fed Chair Jerome Powell testifying. This is what we're looking for. You could open it up a bit as well if you get these trades, because it's to the downside, so make some good money there. Directional push, pull back, see the pattern. Okay. Have a great morning. Cheers.